Yo, yo, yo! Welcome back to the Timthetrucker channel. I am your host, Tim the Trucker. Now, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to be here with me, and I sincerely appreciate that. So, without further ado, let's get to today's topic. And today's topic is, well, the idea for today's topic came from I was just wondering what's the most common question that I get from people that are interested in becoming a driver or just interested in the trucking industry, period, right? And I say, I get the typical questions. The most typical questions will probably be, if it's from a woman, usually she want to know about safety, truck stops, and, how that works. How often I see women on the road or women drivers. If it's a dude, they ask about the women on the road or something like that. Always, of course, it's going to be pay. Pay is might be the number one. And I'm gonna kind of get into I'm gonna roll that into probably the second most common question I get also. So I'm gonna put those two kind of together. But yeah, I say the most common question I get about being a driver or becoming a driver is, what's the most difficult part about the job, right? And the profession in general, right? And I say the most difficult part about being a driver is the inconsistency in pay. When it comes to something like this, well, where pretty much your income is completely tied to supply chain. When there's when you're going through the cycles and the ebbs and flows of the economy, it has a real direct effect on your income, because that is a job. We move commodities from this place to another place. So when there's I don't say not an I guess an influx or an increase in prices or rates, or if there's a shortage in a certain material, or fuel prices might change, or it's so many variables that come into how you come to get paid, that I say that's probably the hardest part of the job. If you're someone that's not managing your money well, then that can really be difficult for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can go from making a couple grand one week into the next week you may only making a couple $100 based on all of these different variables. You could be in one state and got a load to that state that paid well, and then you get to that state and it's slow, and maybe they have some local things going on or whatever may be going on, natural disasters or something like that, that cuts off the supply chain for that specific region or state or wherever, and then you stuck in, your dispatcher, your broker, or whoever it is, they're searching around trying to find you something. You might have to go a couple 100 miles just to get a reasonable load. And of course, that's another variable that comes in. All of those people that help facilitate you getting a load, the brokers, the dispatchers, the company itself, whatever it may be, all along that chain. Everybody got to be able to eat off the piece of the pie. And if the rate that they've been given, it's not enough meat on the bone for everybody to take a bite, then you on the end of that, you know what I'm saying? You on the end of that drumstick, you won't get a piece either. So I mean, if they don't get their bites, then they probably not gonna feed you. So that, the inconsistency in pay is probably the most difficult part, outside of, like, if you are an over the road driver specifically, then of course, the inconsistency in home time and how that affects you psychologically and physically, being over the road, driving every day, being alone, all of those type of elements of it, how that affects you over time. I say those two are probably the two most difficult parts of the job, like being over the road and all the effects of being over the road, and the inconsistency in your income. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Y'all tell me what, any drivers out there that's tapped into the video, man. Y'all hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about what's the most difficult part of this job or this industry for you. Like, if anybody out there that has questions about the industry, that go ahead, drop a comment down below, man. And I won't keep y'all too long. It's the end of my drive shift. I just did my post-trip inspection, man. I'm about to shut it down for the night down here in almost Mobile, Alabama. I'm somewhere in between Montgomery and Mobile, but yeah. Like always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Feel free and confident and comfortable to drop a comment below, man. Until next time, y'all.